Jump over the blue obstacles and duck under the orange ones. Ready, set, go!
I will follow you, God. I will live for you. I will keep pressing on until I have reached the prize. I will move toward the goal. I won't stop till I'm done. I will run this race till I cross the finish line. All I want is more of you, God. All I need is your love and grace. You've taken me to another level. You've given me brand new life. All I want is more of you, God. All I need is your love and grace. You've taken me to another level. You've given me brand new life. I will follow you, God. I will live for you. I will keep pressing on until I have reached the prize. I will move toward the goal. I won't stop till I'm done. I will run this race till I cross the finish line. All I want is more of you, God. All I need is your love and grace. You've taken me to another level. You've given me brand new life. All I want is more of you, God. All I need is your love and grace. You've taken me to another level. You've given me brand new life. I will follow you, God. I will live for you. I will keep pressing on until I have reached the prize. I will move toward the goal. I won't stop till I'm done. I will run this race till I cross the finish line. All I want is more of you, God. All I need is your love and grace. You've taken me to another level. You've given me brand new life. All I want is more of you, God. All I need is your love and grace. You've taken me to another level. You've given me brand new life. I prayed to the Lord and He answered. He freed me from all my fears. I will trust His word. Hey, when I'm scared, I'm set free from my fears. Hey, when I'm scared, I'm set free from my fears. Hey, when I'm scared, I'm set free from my fears. Hey, when I'm scared, I'm set free from my fears. We are fearless, fearless. We are fearless.
My name is Isaac.
And I'm Alisha.
We're just going to welcome you into our Little Legends. So stand up and worship.
Are you ready for a big adventure out in the deep blue sea? Treasures awaiting us to discover.
interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. We've just received a report that aliens have established a new diet. That's right, aliens are only allowing certain things into their bodies. How will it affect our food supply? How will it affect our economy? Will Chick-fil-A ever be open on a Sunday, the one day you want it the most? Sorry, that was very unprofessional. For all these questions and more, we turn to our resident alien expert who is outstanding in her field, Celeste Teal. Celeste?
Thanks, Ron. I'm out here standing in my field right now trying to discover what kind of diet these aliens could be on. Is it the Atkins diet? The South Beach diet? Weight Watchers? Jenny Craig? We talked to some people earlier to see what they thought about the amazing alien diet.
Diet? Diet? Have you been talking to my wife? Who says I need to go on a diet? I'm tired of all this healthy food. She's just cramming down my throat. But these overalls make my hips look big.
I know exactly what their diet is. Why, it's knuckle sandwiches. Give me back my good teeth, you aliens. Why, every time I open the window, poof, they're gone. Instead of aliens, it's getting them, they're gone quicker than a pretzel dog named Philip. You better give me back my teeth. You hear me, you aliens? I'm gonna get you.
Well, I know people who eat lots of weird stuff. My dog, he eats out the trash can. I eats out the trash can myself sometimes. Does that make us aliens? Well, I sure don't feel like an alien. Oh, excuse me.
Aliens have a very simple diet, comprised of mostly socks, wool, argyle, cotton, even socks that don't match. In Star Trek episode 22, an alien can be seen eating a whole plate of toe socks. Didn't even use a napkin.
Well, I was at the mall with my friend Veronica, and we were taking selfies with these totes rad Prada heels, and then we saw this weirdo looking through the trash like he was gonna eat it. And he had a dog with him, and he was dressed like a mechanic. And I was like, oh my word, I think he's an alien. And Veronica was like, or maybe he's Swedish.
Wow, lots of people with lots of opinions. Whatever the alien diet is, I'm sure they're losing weight because Earth food is much less dense than space food, I hear.
Hey kids, these folks are pretty confused on the whole alien diet thing. It's not about the food, it's about what we put in our minds and in our hearts. Ever heard the phrase garbage in, garbage out? It's a phrase they use when they're talking about computers. Whatever you type into it, you're gonna get out of it. It's the same thing with our lives. As aliens in this world, we Christians have to be careful what we watch, listen to, and expose ourselves to. A lot of the movies, music, conversations, and friendships we have can be harmful to our spiritual health. This is why we must be very careful what we put in our minds and in our hearts. Well, you're going to learn about that in your lesson today. So sit back and prepare yourselves for the adventure of a lifetime as we learn about the amazing alien diet. See you next time on Alien Kids.
What's up? What's up?
Ah, yeah. What's up, everybody? It's me, the SKI to the double TLES. Skittles in the hizzy, and I'm ready to tell you what's up. Today, we are talking about the amazing alien diet. I can't wait to eat this stuff. No, man, we're talking about our spiritual diet. So every time today that somebody asks you, what's up? You tell them. Garbage in, garbage out. What goes in will come out. Some people let all kinds of sinful garbage into their minds. Stuff like bad music, naughty internet sites, cussing, all kinds of garbage. We gotta be careful what we put in our minds and our hearts. We gotta choose to put only good, godly things in our lives. So anytime somebody asks you, what's up? You tell them. Garbage in, garbage out. What goes in will come out. And that right there is what's up. I got a rainbow of flavor, and I'm living for my savior, Skittles. Out, baby, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Garbage in, garbage out. What goes in will come out. Say it with me, Isaac. Garbage in, garbage out. What goes in will come out. Good job. So we're just going to jump right into our Bible story, and it is about a man named Daniel. Say Daniel.
Daniel.
And Daniel in the Bible was very young, and he had 3 friends. Say 3 friends.
3 friends.
Do you know what his friends' names were?
What?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Say those names.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Those are tongue twisters, right? The young men were a part of thousands of Hebrew people who were taken from their home in Judah and forced to go to the country of Babylon. Say Babylon.
Babylon.
Babylon. So there in Babylon, there was a king whose name was Nebuchadnezzar. And King Nebuchadnezzar was mean and evil. Show me your mean and evil face. Yeah, that's a good mean and evil face. And so he was mean and evil. And he did not believe in our God. He worshipped false gods. He chose a large group of young men to come to his palace and to be his personal servants. David, Shadrach, and Meshach, and Abednego were among them. So King Nebuchadnezzar, say Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar.
King Nebuchadnezzar told the young men, "You will eat all the food and drink of my wine that I give you." Well, there was a big problem with this. The meat and the wine that King Nebuchadnezzar wanted to give them was against their religion to eat and drink. So Daniel approached the chief of staff, a man named Ashpenaz. Say Ashpenaz.
Ashpenaz.
Yeah. And he asked him, "Can my 3 friends and I eat our own choice of food?" What do you think Ashpenaz said?
No.
You think he said no? Well, let's find out. So Daniel did not want to eat this food and drink the wine that was against his religion. He didn't want to put that into his body that was not approved by God. But Ashpenaz was afraid of the king. Show me your afraid face. Oh, yeah, afraid face. He was afraid of the king. And so Ashpenaz decided that he was going to let them eat and drink from what they had. So Daniel made a deal with him and told Ashpenaz, "Let me and my friends and I eat the food that is approved by our God, and at the 10 days compare us to the other men. If we are stronger and healthier," say stronger and healthier.
Stronger and healthier.
Now show me your muscles. Where are your muscles at? Woo! They're pretty strong and healthy. So if they are stronger and healthier at the end of the 10 days, then they will eat only what their food is. But if they weren't stronger and healthier, then they will eat what the king said. So Ashpenaz agreed to this deal, and at the end of 10 days, Daniel and his friends stood before King Nebuchadnezzar. The king was so pleased with how strong and healthy they were, he placed them at high positions of authority. From that point on, Daniel and his friends were allowed to eat the food that they choose, the food that was approved by God. They grew in wisdom and respect in the king's court. So today we're going to learn about how each one of us must be careful about our diet as well. Not with what we put in our stomach, but what we put in our minds and our hearts. It's going to be a very important lesson. So now let's go to our power verse, all right?
Hello
Hello there. My name is Captain Cork, commander of the starship Enterprise. Captain's log, stardate 90210. I have been sent on a mission to deep space to search out and observe all alien life forms. Not just any aliens, mind you. Aliens for God. To find these aliens, I have been studying their sacred book, the Bible. In the Bible, I have found some pretty amazing facts about these aliens.
You called for me, sir?
Oh, it's my trusty assistant, Dr. Splunk. He still thinks he's from Mars.
Like I told you, I am from Mars.
See what I mean? Hey, Dr. Splunk, I've got another alien joke for you.
Oh, joy.
What is an alien's favorite key on his computer keyboard?
I don't know. What is an alien's favorite key on his computer keyboard?
The space key. Ha
ha ha! Shouldn't you be teaching these kids the power verse instead of jokes?
Oh, yes, of course. I am here to teach you an amazing power verse from the Bible. Today's power verse says, "Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think." Romans 12:2. What a great power verse. Tell you what, I think I need some help saying this one. Let me get the boys to stand up and say this one with me. Come on, Space Rangers. Let's say this loud and proud. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Romans 12:2. Well done, boys. You can have a seat. Now I need the girls to stand up and say it with me. Are you ready, little space cadets? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Romans 12:2. Good job. You may have a seat. You know, we have to be very careful what we allow in our minds and hearts. We can't be doing all the things that are sinful and bad for us. Even if other people are doing it, we gotta stand up for what is right. As aliens for God, we have to be careful about our spiritual diet. Now that you know that, how about we have everybody, the boys and the girls, stand up and say the power verse with old Captain Cork here. Okay? Everybody all together. 1, 2, 3. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Romans 12:2. Well done, well done. You may all sit down.
Excuse me, Captain. It appears that the robot assigned to clean the bathroom has gotten stuck in the toilet again. I think we need you to come take a look at it.
All right. Be right there. Well, kids, it looks like the job of a space captain is never done. I'll see you next time when I teach you another power verse that is out of this world. This is Captain Cork signing off.
I love that power verse. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing you, the way you think. Romans 12:2. So I want everybody to get on their knees, to sit on your knees. And I want you to raise your hands up. Raise your hands up, Isaac. Raise your hands up. I want you to raise both of them. Both of them. All right. And so I want you to say, don't copy the behaviors and customs of this world.
Don't copy the behaviors of this and past world.
But let God transform you into a new person.
Let God transform you into a new person.
By changing the way you think. Raise your hands.
By changing your think.
Romans 12:2.
Romans 12:2.
Okay. Now I want you to say it while patting your head. Let's pat your head. All right. Don't copy the behaviors and customs of this world.
Don't copy the behaviors of this world.
But let God transform you into a new person.
Let God transform you into a new person.
By changing the way you think.
By changing the way you think.
Romans 12:2.
Romans 12:2.
All right. Good job, everyone. I want you to take a seat, and we're going to say it one more time together, okay? Don't copy the behaviors and customs of this world.
Don't copy the behaviors of this funny world.
But let God transform you into a new person.
Let God transform you in this person.
By changing the way you think. Romans 12:2.
By changing the way you think. Romans 12:2.
Awesome. Awesome. Y'all did so good. Today we have been talking about the amazing alien diet. And it is important that we as aliens or Christians live a life that is out of this world. Different from everyone else in the world, but because we are better and more special, so others can see Jesus in us. Our What's Up statement today taught us something interesting. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Garbage in, garbage out.
That phrase refers to programming a computer. Whatever commands you type into the computer, let's type into the computer, is what is going to do. If you put a bad command into that computer, what results are you going to get?
Toys.
Bad results, probably, not toys. So if you put a bad command in, bad results are going to come out. It's the same as our spiritual lives. Whatever you put into your heart and your mind through your eyes and through your ears are what's going to come out in our lives. So I have a demonstration for you today. And we've got a bowl. Isaac, it's an empty bowl, right? So we are going to put some water in it. And the water is going to represent good things. Good things, God things. All right? We've got a sponge, a clear sponge. So this is like what goes in comes out, all right? So the water goes in. So we've got this, and what comes out of it? Good things. So we put good things in our life, right? Good things are going to come out of our life, right? So if we put, I got this package right here. We're going to open up this package. And pour this package in. This is bad things, okay? I'm going to stir it around. Stir it around. These are bad things in our lives. Bad things that we do. Maybe telling lies or cussing. Bad language. So you put bad things in your life, what's going to come out? Bad things, right? So you say a bad word, what's going to come out of your mouth? Maybe bad words. So, bad things, you put bad things in your life, bad things are going to come out. You let a bad word slip because you let bad words come into your mouth. So where did that come from? I can tell you where it came from. You put garbage in and garbage comes
out.
Out. Garbage in, garbage out. We must be very careful about what we put into our hearts and what we put into our minds. Watching stuff on TV that we're not supposed to watch, that mommy and daddy's told us not to watch, and we put it in we watch it anyways. You're putting garbage in because mom and dad knows best, and garbage is going to come right back out, okay? So that was our first demonstration today. So our next one we have is even smallest bits of garbage can hurt you. So I don't know right here. Let me just a second. So we've got this blender. Can we still see Isaac? Okay. So we've got this blender, okay? And I thought it would be really cool to make a milkshake today. What do you think about that?
Good.
You like milkshakes? That sounds good to me. I'm really hungry, too. I didn't eat breakfast. And I have a blender here. So we're going to make a milkshake, okay? So we are going to put, what should we put in our milkshake? An orange? So let's put an orange. We want an orange like dreamsicle, okay? So So we're going to put orange in our milkshake. Now, what are we going to put in our milkshake? What?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. We're going to put ice cream in our milkshake. We're going to pour it all in here. All right, and let's pretend that we're going to blend it all up. Hit that button, Isaac. He's going to blend it up for us, and it's going to make us an orange dreamsicle milkshake. So we've got orange and everything. So after our milkshake is done, we're going to take this, and we're going to pour it into our cup, okay? So we've got this nice milkshake right here in this cup. But, oh my goodness, we need sprinkles. We don't have any sprinkles. But I got this idea. I've got rat poison for sprinkles. Blue sprinkles. So I'm going to pour rat poison on this for blue sprinkles. Do you think that that would be good?
Yeah.
You think it would? You don't think that the rat poison, the little sprinkles that we sprinkle in here, you don't think it's going to hurt us? Oh, I think it would. I don't think that I would want to drink that milkshake if I had rat poison on it. I am pretty sure that if we sprinkled rat poison on our milkshake, it would ruin it and make us sick. Don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it would make us sick too. So we must avoid even the smallest sinful garbage so that we don't ruin our lives, okay? So, whatever you feed yourself wins, okay? So we're going to set this aside because we're done with this for right now. So say whatever you feed yourself wins.
Whatever feeds yourself wins.
Imagine that you own 2 dogs that fight all the time. And imagine you feed one of them and you don't feed the other. But you feed you feed them, but one of them you just feed with steak and potatoes and meat scraps, and the other one you just throw a bone every once in a while. One dog you feed a lot, and the other you feed very, very little. Which dog do you think would win?
A bulldog.
Yeah, but if you feed one dog steak and potatoes and you only throw one dog a bone, which dog do you think's going to win when they fight?
Really, a bulldog.
Really, a bulldog that eats steak and potatoes, not the one that eats just a small amount of food. So if you feed that dog, then that dog's going to win, just like our lives. If we feed our lives with bad things, then bad things are going to come out. But we feed our lives with good things will come out. Good things will come out, right? There are 2 sides to every person. The spiritual side, the one that wants to follow Jesus and do good, and there is the fleshly side, the part that wants to sin and do other things that they shouldn't. They have to fight against each other all of the time. The spiritual side is fighting for the good, and the fleshly side is fighting for the bad. It wants you to make the wrong decisions and sin against God. Which one feed will win? You put all kinds of garbage in your mind and your heart, and what will come out is garbage. You have to watch what you're listening to. You have to watch yourself and not feed your fleshly side. When your flesh and your spiritual side get into a battle, then the fleshly side will win. But if you do good things and you hear good music and you listen to good teachings and you listen to good conversations that help you, and your eyes and your listen with your eyes and your ears, then your spiritual side will win. And that will be out of this world. Which one do you want to win? Do you want to feed your fleshly side, or do you want to feed your spiritual side? All right. I want to feed my spiritual side, right?
Me too.
You too? All right. So we are going to go and take a time right now. I want you to close your eyes and bow your head and fold your arms, and we're just going to pray that God will help us to feed our spiritual side and not our fleshly side, okay? And we have to remember, too, that we have to listen to Mom and Dad, because Mom and Dad are knowing what is going to feed our spiritual side and our fleshly side. So Mom and Dad's not being mean when they told you that you couldn't watch that TV cartoon, but Mom and Dad have said it for a reason, and they know that it's going to feed that fleshly side, and we don't want to do that, okay? So all right, let's go ahead and bow our head and close our eyes. Jesus, we come to you this morning, God, and we ask you that you would help us to feed our spiritual side, that we don't want our fleshly side to win when we get into battles, but we want our spiritual side to win. So we ask right now that you would help us to see what is spiritual and what is fleshly, and so that we can stay away from the fleshly side of things, and that we can only concentrate on the spiritual side of things. God, I pray that you will put wisdom and knowledge into moms and dads and maybe grandparents' heart to help them to teach their kid the difference between spiritual and fleshly. And that spiritual side they need to continue to feed their kids. And that you would help us to hear. God, that you would protect our ears and our eyes, that you would guard them, and that you would help them to not hear and see things that they shouldn't. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Brain.
I enjoyed that lesson so much, but let's see how much you learned, okay?
Okay.
All right. So what's up today? Garbage in, garbage out. What goes in will come out. Take out the garbage or don't eat garbage.
Garbage in, garbage out. What comes in, what comes out.
What comes in will come out. Good job. All right, number 2 question. What country were Daniel and his friends from in our Bible story? Chicago, Jerusalem, or Babylon?
Babylon.
Babylon. Good job. All right. Here's another fun one. What did the king want the young men to eat and drink? Ice cream and chocolate syrup, meat and wine, or bread and water?
Meat and wine.
Meat and wine. 3 for 3. I hope y'all are 3 for 3 too. Good job. How did Daniel and his friends look after the 10 days of the special diet? The same as they did before? Weak and unhealthy, or healthy and stronger than the others?
Healthy and stronger than the others.
Good job. What did Daniel... Okay, hang on. Yep, stronger and healthier. Were they allowed to continue their spiritual diet, yes or no? Yes. Yes, they were, because they were healthy and strong. All right. What is the name of the girl who teaches us in our intro video? Lauren, Lincoln, or Logan?
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Good job. According to our lesson today, what goes in must come out. What goes in must stay in, or what goes in must do nothing.
What comes in, what comes out.
Yes, what goes in must come out. Good job. According to our lesson today, even the smallest bit of garbage can smell bad, help others, or hurt you.
Hurt you.
Hurt you. Woo-woo! He's on a roll today, y'all, and I know you are too. All right? According to our lesson today, whatever you help wins, Whatever you feed wins, or whatever you choose wins?
Whatever feeds wins.
Whatever you feed wins. Good job. And I think that we are going to our last question. And that question is, where is our power verse found? Acts 3:8, Mark 4:11, or Romans 12:2?
Romans 12:2.
That is correct. Good job. Ding, 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 ding. Give yourself a pat on the back, a hand clap. Give someone a high five if you're near them. You did a good job today, and I know that you listened. And we learned about our special diet, alien diet, all right? We are so happy that you were here to join us, and we love you, and we'll see you next week.